Okay,
It's
this
all
is
right there.
riveting, but we need to have a
Hey,
discussion
this
about
is our
something.
public service announcement. Now,
Yeah, this is happy talk.
speaking of
Like,
TV,
yes.
have y'all heard the news that the NWA is no longer on CW yet?
Okay, hold on.
Wait,
Before
wait.
you before you break that fake news, because this will air a month
I'm
after.
predicting that that's what's going to happen.
So I don't. Okay, I'm. Let's just assume that those of you listening to this have seen it. There was a segment or a clip during the last NWA pay-per-view in November, I believe it was, or end of October. I don't remember the exact date. They cut to James Mitchell, our friend, the Sinister Minister, who's been on this show before, had a great time here, and is a friend of Harper and ours. And he is apparently, because we didn't test the substance, he appears to be with a group of people, including what looks like several strippers, maybe.
Yeah.
They were
And
called
they
the
are
Got some
Synapse.
hose. He's got a hose.
Yeah.
okay. And they are
Got a bunch of coke cores.
they appear to be snorting a powdery substance. So we may assume that it was cocaine. Who knows? But they appear to be snorting something.
That's
And
nice.
Harper says, you all went nuts. A lot of people then emailed me the clip to make sure I watch it. I saw it.
Saw it.
I have a take on it that's probably not the most popular, but
Oh,
but I don't know what Half Pint and Sparks are going to say because they're covering it on the NWA Power Show on the Patreon feed. But Doc, I guess I should ask you and Harper first what y'all think because I'm going to filibuster once I start talking. So one of y'all jump in.
Well, one of the
What were
big
your-
problems is today it was announced that NXT is going to CW, which would absolutely squeeze out the NWA.
yeah. Even if it is on the CW streaming service only, if I could think WWE is going to tolerate that presence just because they moved down the street instead of next door, no.
Right. So it would appear that, yeah. Now,
I don't
you're
know if I
asking-
believe that, but okay, maybe it ends up being true.
if you ask me what I think about it, it was tremendously entertaining footage that I saw. But it's probably not the best thing to do if we're courting network TV deals in an active competitive market.
Yeah. Because I'm watching, I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. And I was like, well, but then I watched, I was thinking, that seems about right. I was like, this is the most realistic shit on here.
Okay, I mean, let's be
How
clear.
so?
You've not seen Father James Mitchell, the Sinister Minister, snort cocaine.
No.
You've not.
I mean,
You've not. So
he's in his 50s. He's not still fucking around with that shit.
right. So like when Harper
Unless he
says it
wants
seems
to
realistic. When Harper says it seems realistic, he's not saying he's seen the man snort cocaine. Okay, so my take on it was the first thing that I started hearing was there were people, NWA was stupid. There were people offended by it. And Doc said something a second ago when he mentioned he was very much entertained. What was your exact words, Doc? Doc, what
I
did you
was
say?
tremendously entertained. There was loose women
Oh, yeah.
and powder drugs and people were having a good time, and it seemed to be in the arena. And here's the thing: even if people were doing that, maybe not my. First of all, I'm not taking my daughter to that. But if I had Latrell with me, I would explain to him what that is, because I don't need to hide the world from him. And he would go, "That's drugs." Well, that's part of the story, son. Yeah, and he was, "Oh, drugs are bad." Okay, because I
Yeah.
could talk to my child. I don't have to protect them from every single thing, because the world is out there and it's real. I mean, the
That's
robots
right.
are coming, bro.
The
Yeah.
world is a vampire.
Dun 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 dun.
I think y'all gonna be able to relate to what I was thinking because my problem in today's society is everybody is constantly ready to be offended by something.
And who was really offended?
My take on something like this is I've reached a point in my life, Doc. I wanted to tell you this today, but I wanted to save it for the show. I've reached a point in my life that every time somebody comes to me outraged about something, it's fallen on deaf ears, and here's why. In today's world, I get a water bill, I get an electric bill, I get every damn household bill that I could receive. Every single month, it goes up. The rates increase. I'm not talking about the usage, but the rates constantly increase. Every time we get our tax notice, the rate is the same, but they assess it higher. I'm worked into a shoot these days over just the price gouging and inflation. So that's my level of when you want to see me get worked into a shoot and offended. These
but
like
you got
things
real
that,
problems though.
That's what
Right.
let me make my point. That's my point I'm making. I'm dealing with real adult issues. I have reached a point, and it's beyond just this NWA thing with James Mitchell snorting cocaine allegedly, not real, obviously, and the hookers and the strippers or whatever. It's like everything in life. Like, oh my God, I can't believe they did this. That's highly offensive, bruh. I'm just trying to make it through life these days. I got real life dilemmas and issues that I'm dealing with. I just can't put my mind and wrap my mind around being offended by everything that is offensive to somebody. Because here's something Doc said years ago on this show. Everybody wants you to push the envelope until you strike the one nerve that offends them.
Oh, that was all funny until you started talking about diabetes. I got diabetes. Well, you were laughing at the cancer victim a minute ago. You just mad because it hurt your little feelings.
Bro, you nailed it. About a year or two ago, Harper made a cancer joke. I laughed and you laughed. People start messaging me like crazy. Literally somebody said, "I hope you never have to deal with a family member that dies from cancer."
Well, shit, that makes two of us. I hope my family doesn't get cancer too.
Motherfucker, I literally was holding my dad when he choked on his own blood the night he died of cancer.
Oh, that's a bring me down.
Oh, it was horrendous. So when people I'm like, what do you want me, I just don't have the brain capacity anymore in my life to be constantly offended by something. So like when I got a few emails from people, oh my God, can you believe the NWA did this? What were they thinking? Man,
I can't believe they did it because it's kind of dumb from a business sense, but from a pure in a vacuum, do I think it was funny? I popped my ass off when I
oh my God, I laughed.
What was the whole purpose of it?
That's the sad part.
That's what I kept thinking, like, okay, why is he up there doing coke with these hoes in front of everyone?
Why does anybody do coke with a bunch of hoes?
That's what I was thinking. But like, no one does coke in front of people. They go hide in the goddamn bathroom stall.
Not our father Mitchell. He's like, fuck it, dude.
Yeah, he's like, hold my beer.
He's gonna slam his cock in a Chrysler for Christ's sakes.
Well, the other side too is I read, and I don't know if this is true because you never know what to believe anymore, that Billy Corgan signed off on it.
Well, that's the other problem. You can't let depraved wrestlers make their own creative. Come on.
I don't know, man.
Go negotiate the deal with CW then. I mean, there has to be checks and balances here. Otherwise, you're just AEW. And I ain't gonna watch NXT on that. I was ready to support NWA on getting the come up.
I'm like, that's a big deal. Then it's like,
so now you're not ready to support it?
It's gonna be NXT. I don't give a shit about that.
No, I mean if it's on CW, let's say it's on. Oh
yeah,
app.
I'll go check it out. What you think? I'm offended?
Yeah, it's something new.
No,
I'll watch it.
But the way you said it, you were like, I was ready to support NWA.
Well, they're gone.
On CW.
They don't have a show anymore. It's NXT. I don't want to watch that crap.
Okay.
I want to see. I want to see Father James Mitchell get some airtime on the CW. Is that the one with the cartoon frog?
That's what they used
I
to
don't.
be.
Or is that the
Yeah.
WB?
You're right. That was the WB. And what
Okay.
happened was the WB and I think UPN
Oh, okay. Maybe
came
CW
together as one like Voltron.
Okay, well maybe CW stands for Coke Whore.
I think, come on.
The Coke Whore Network.
The C stands for CBS and the W is for Warner Brothers.
Oh, well that's not.
Because I had to look the shit up. Because I was like, what the fuck does this even mean?
So why was Tony Khan letting this happen if Warner Brothers is involved?
Tony Khan don't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
If Warner Brothers has a stake in AEW, which is highly reported.
Hey, remember that segment we did where we were talking about tribalism and fandom?
No.
Like with modern wrestling fans and their tribalism?
No, because I just wait for somebody on a major stage to do something that's mildly interesting. I don't give a shit which tribe it comes from.
No, I'm saying to remember us talking about that.
Yeah.
No.
About the ratings and how many motherfuckers they had in the goddamn building and shit. Who gives
No, I'm mentioning it because a lot of people liked it.
Oh, they
good
did?
for them.
Yeah, way to go, people.
Yeah.
See? It too changed.
Maybe we have a chance against the robots after all.
Yeah.
You know what this made me think of with Father James Mitchell? You brought this up about 2 weeks ago to me, Doc. The Tasteless Gentleman.
Oh, yeah, those guys would have been persecuted in today's environment.
The Tasteless Gentleman used to be a really good Facebook page. They would just post memes, nonstop
I remember
memes.
that. Yeah.
And they didn't give a shit who your political affiliation was, what your religion was, what race you were. Their whole goal was, we gonna go after every group there is. And they got kicked off of Facebook numerous times, and then it would be reborn. Anyway, I just thought about the Tasteless Gentleman when I saw old James Mitchell there snorting coke and partying with strippers.
Here's the thing. No matter what happens, he always has a home with BTT, and we're not going to turn our backs on him.
That's right, damn it. Okay.
Our hearts may stop if we go out with him one night, but we're not going to turn our backs on him. Harper, you ever done cocaine?
No. I've been around it. I just never fucking did it. I have friends of mine that were all into that shit. I'm like, what? But I remember the first time I saw it, I was at a friend of mine's house. We were like fucking 19. We're playing fucking Blitz on fucking PlayStation. I'm sitting there fucking playing Blitz, right? With fucking Aaron Brooks was a fucking Saints quarterback on that shit. I think it was. Oh, no. Who was it? The guy before him? For the Cincinnati Bengals, Mike?
Aaron Brooks?
Jeff Blake.
Blake. Yeah,
Jeff Blake. Yeah.
And I turn around. I'm sitting there playing it. I'm like, what the fuck are they doing? I turn around, but they got the little fucking, the driver's license chop. I was like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, we'll do some coke. You want some? I was like, no. The fuck? I just watch them just. Because to me, like, that's something like rock stars did, bro. Like celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like Brad Pitt and fucking Axl Rose did coke. Not my dumb fucking friends wearing a fucking Limp Bizkit red hat on and those baggy ass jeans wearing a fucking Korn t-shirt. You know? I'm like, dude, y'all do coke? Yeah. And I was like, the fuck? And that's when I realized you don't have to be cool to do coke. You could be some fucking typical dipshit. And then I was telling a friend of mine about that. I was like, hey, so-and-so they were doing coke. And she goes, what? I was like, yeah. She's like, they told me they didn't have any.
Oh, no.
I said, you do this shit too? And that's when I realized I was like Roddy Piper and They Live. Like, the sunglasses got put on. And I realized there's so many cokeheads around me to this day. and that's when I realized it's everywhere. To me, it was, weed. And nah, brother, they're doing lines. And you see them come out the bathroom doing a whole. I'm like, Jesus Christ, how fucking old are you? You still doing this shit?
You know, if the aliens
like
were
our age.
if the aliens were ever going to come and do this thing and take over, it would have been during the new metal Limp Bizkit Corn era, because all the available men were blitzed out of their mind on shitty drugs.
Dude, and I started to realize everyone I was around did coke except me.
They talked about you not doing it.
Probably so, yeah. They're like, do it. I was like, no.
Why is he such a tight? I mean, he eats ass. And
I didn't even smoke weed. I'm like, nah, bro, I'm cool.
Wow.
I'm not a fucking loser like you, bro. I'll listen to Nancy Reagan.
And we know Mike's never done cocaine.
Oh, come on.
No,
Mike.
Nah, I ain't never did that, man. Come on.
Come on. Not in a VIP room at Shishi's.
Man, I used to see people, and some of the most paranoid people I've ever seen in my life were yes, like they just swore like somebody was peeking around a tree in the front yard looking into.
How do you know they weren't?
No, man, it's
no.
And then as I got older and learned more about it, like it can make you paranoid. It can make you just see things that ain't there. It has a different effect on everybody, but yeah, I got no time for. I'm like Harper, man. I was the dude who just didn't do the shit.
Yeah, I just drank my fucking beers and did some Jaeger shots and just kind of mind my own business. Listen to, fucking Motorhead. I was like, I'm not fucking, what the fuck?
Right.
Because to me, like, that was like a rock star thing. That was something like badass motherfuckers, dude. Not my bitch ass friends who dropped out of fucking Delgado.
As he said, that's when I realized losers did that shit.
Bruh.
Oh my God. All right. Well, anybody ready to talk about this week's episode of Saturday Night?